went out yesterday. My daughter came to visit and we went out to a town not far from here, and I felt like $1 million. And I just really want to share this with you, ladies. I brought Savannah out. She's been having her sort of summertime hibernation because I've been using Breeze Topper by Uniwigs almost, well, every week, if not every day. But Savannah is much denser, much thicker. The Breeze Uniwigs Topper is very breathable. Savannah is much more dense. But when the weather cools down, she really comes into her own because she gives me all the strands, all the coverage that I love. And I love that thick hair look, that wild mane look. I love to see and feel the hair kind of cascading around my face. Sometimes, well, yesterday I had her clipped up and she was getting a little bit heavy at the back and starting to pull a little bit. So I unclipped her and she was just around my face and my neck. It was kind of like having a little lion's mane around me. And it gave me so much pleasure, so much sensual enjoyment and confidence. And it was that kind of theatrical dressing, that theatrical element in my presentation, especially when I'm not at work, that makes life worth living for me. And what added to the charm of the day was that I was really listening to my hunger instincts, my cues, but also I was wearing a really good bra. And I really wanted to talk to you about bras and how they've affected my dressing, what they give me. When I was a young woman, all through my late teens, etc., I never used to wear bras. I hated bras. They were very constrictive and they dug in and they were kind of pointless. I wasn't a big, large-breasted young woman. I could go braless and it wouldn't really matter. Of course, as I grew older, going braless is just for the house. I mean, I wouldn't really consider getting dressed and expecting a reasonable amount of modesty and sort of a proper line in my presentation. A few months ago, I decided to go bra shopping and I bought this sort of thing. Of course, I went to Marks and Spencer's. The coverage is good. The support is good. The straps aren't too thin. The colour is good. It really suited my skin colour very well. And they came in different skin tones. But my problem was, and I'm going to be completely frank and open here, because we're all ladies together and we need to talk about these things. It was the nipple problem that I have. And I don't know how else to put it. But basically I found that even with wearing a bra and a fine top, like a thin top, I could feel that my nipples were kind of poking through and I hated it. It made me feel so self-conscious. And you know, and I don't want to draw attention to my chest area. I just want it to be modest and covered. So this, I very quickly came to realize, wasn't really giving me the shape and the coverage that I needed. I went back to Marks and Spencer's. And this is the sort of thing I went for. I think these sort of things come under the description of t-shirt bras, I think. All right, now this one is called Rosie, contour wear. And the description is full cup silhouette. It's a smoothing lingerie with French designed lace, and I bought 38D. It's a shaped cup. it gives my breast shape and lift and separation. So it puts the breast back where it's supposed to be, and it gives me more room beneath my bust line and my waist to sort of have a body under there rather than having breast tissue, which isn't where it's supposed to be. It has got some feminine touches to it. The strap, it's not too wide, but it's not too thin. So it's very feminine. And you can see the support between the cups. You see, they're held together there by that strip of lace in the middle. If we look at the second pair that I bought, now Rosie was £26. This one, it is a Marks and Spencer's own. This is the tag for it. I bought it in the same size, but you can see it's only £16. But I thought I'd try it. Now, it also describes itself as a full cup, but it's got a technology called Body Flexi Fit. You can see it there with 360 stretch, 360-degree stretch. So it's also a shaped cup. It's really worth saying that this kind that I've just been showing you has also got a type that's not underwired. And I didn't buy it, I bought underwired. I will probably try it. I wanted to just make sure that I had the bras that I needed before starting to mess around and experiment with others. That's better. It gives a much nicer rounded shape there that I like. So there I was in a proper fitting bra. I was able to wear a thin top, no self-conscious feeling at all. And I loved it. I was able to just walk with my shoulders back, concentrating on good posture, rather than having that sort of rounded shouldered kind of feeling of kind of being ashamed of my chest area. I don't want to feel ashamed of my chest area. And the only way I'm going to achieve that is having very discreet, well-shaped breasts where they should be. Now I'm going to recreate the look from yesterday for you. I might as well wear it again today. Let me start with the jewellery. I can't remember. So I was more than happy to wear these gold, these sort of diamond effect studs. They're not real diamonds, but maybe one day I'll get myself some real diamonds. And then I made my own stack. Now my true faithful necklace that I actually wear day and night all the time, it's a floating heart. It moves around on 2 chains. Sometimes it's upside down, sometimes it's to the side, and sometimes it's upright, and I really love that. Now this, I also had a hand-me-down piece of jewellery. It's gold. It's a beautiful gold disc, but it has etching. It's basically a landscape, and my aunt gave this to my grandmother, and I was told that this was Lebanon. So I decided that I wanted to wear it yesterday, because basically gold discs are probably my favorite sort of jewelry visual effect that I love. A gold disc is very reminiscent of the iconic simplicity and power of the sun in my eyes. And ladies, if you recall, when I was in Athens for that one night with my friends, I bought this piece. You can wear this as a choker, or you can wear it hanging down a little bit more. And I decided to put that on as a third layer. What I love about this piece of jewellery is that it will work itself around your neck. Sometimes it'll be around like this, sometimes it'll be right in the middle, but wherever it is, it just looks so effortless. And of course it's got these little gold discs on it. Absolutely beautiful. Now, come with me to my wardrobe. I have still been loving opening my wardrobe in the morning and just looking at these few items of clothing. And believe it or not, you can see the colours are so cohesive. There are actual tops that I can wear. Real tops, ladies, that I can wear. Now, I've been really collecting and focusing on cream and lighter coloured tops. I also have a few other colours. This drawer has got the slightly heavier items. You can see jumpers here, but look at the colours. They're basically, apart from the odd colour which I'm keeping, they're basically different hues of neutral. And it was so easy to wear. Walk up to my wardrobe and think, how do I feel? How do I want to present today? What's the weather doing? How many layers do I want? And actually having everything available to me. It's not complete. I have been adding items. In fact, let me go and get one of them. It's downstairs. Just a moment. I've bought a denim skirt with a slit at the front, but there are other skirts that I want to buy. They're not available from Marks and Spencer's, so I'm going to start sort of branching out and trying different shops to find the kind of clothes that I want. Oh, I want to tell you that there are about 2 other YouTube channels that I've pretty much fallen in love with. There's a particular one that talks me through her shirt and blouse collection, but she's only focusing on the white shirts. She has opened my eyes to the variety of different styles that you can wear, and also the different places that you can buy these things from. Traditionally, I've kept to a really narrow margin of where I buy my clothes from, but there are so many other shops that are not on my high street that I can also purchase clothes from. I know that I need a stripy top. I bought this one. I thought, buy it in a size 14 and it's likely to fit, but actually it's too big around my shoulders, etc. And also you can see that it's a very bright white and a very dark black. And I wasn't sure whether it would suit me, and I don't think it does. If I'm going to get a stripy top or several stripy tops, I want them a little bit more subtle than this, so I'm going to take this one back. Now, let me get dressed and I'll show you what I wore yesterday that made me feel so good. So here I am in that black denim skirt that you've seen before. I was able to find just the right type of top. When I'm at work, I never show my tattoo and I would never go out in such a wide neck item. This is definitely from my downtime. I love the way the jewellery is around this neckline and the hair is kind of cascading all around. That whole look I adore. And look, do you see the shape that this bra gives me? I've loved it. I can walk into a place really confidently, focusing on my posture and not worrying about what's happening in my chest area. Originally, I was thinking just put on this blazer over the top and maybe some flat shoes or something. But actually my daughter came in and she said, you know what, it just looks too businesslike. Why don't you wear the cardigan you bought? Have a look. It's got those lovely gold discs for buttons. I love that. I didn't leave it open or button it up. I just sort of tucked tucked it in the front like this, just while we were going out, just to keep it in place. And instead of having a coat, I just put on this sort of big kind of wrap. It's huge. It's from Zara and it's really old. And I just kind of let it do whatever it wants to do. I either wear it like this around my shoulders or like this. Whatever you do with this wrap, it always looks just really effortless and fantastic. These boots I've had for probably, well, I bought them sort of in the COVID days. And they're still going strong. They're well made, they're from Zara, and they're neutral. They're neutral in a way that makes them up to date. I've just realised that all my cleaning products were in that corner, and I'm not going to refilm this. Just excuse them. It's so annoying when you film something and then you find that you've left toilet roll out or cleaning products out. I have actually been doing my dressing table. It's such an improvement on what it was. That's what the cleaning products were for. Let me try on the black and white stripy top and tell me what you think. Now, it's got quite an interesting neckline, this. It's got a boat neck. So it's a very wide neckline. And the way they've placed the stripes when they sewed the pattern pieces together makes it look like it's more of a square neckline. I quite like that, but I do feel like there's quite a lot of fabric around here. One of the reasons why I would want a stripy shirt, and I'm still on the lookout for it, I want blue and white stripe, I want a soft black and a soft white stripe. It's a great layering piece, but I'm looking for a slightly higher neckline, slightly different stripes to go under other items, you know, maybe dresses that with an open neckline, etc. This channel called Ask Charlie, the woman is incredible in it. You should see her sense of style. Her sense of style is truly timeless. It's extremely classic, but with as much of spice or a twist as you want. And there isn't a style of shirt or blouse or dress or trouser or shoe or boot that she doesn't have in her wardrobe. She's got the sort of wardrobe that she builds over time. It's a very rich wardrobe in the sense that that anything that she wants for any occasion is available to her there, very easily to reach for. I found it extremely inspiring, and there's also another channel. I'll put the details on the screen. I love the way this lady, I think she's a stylist, explains colour. I have been collecting my neutrals, and you need the neutrals. As I explained before, what I'm realising is that the neutrals and what appears to be the boring pieces that don't really say much, don't really have much personality, they are the building blocks that you add. It's sort of like a pyramid effect. The neutral, boring staples form a large chunk of your wardrobe. And on top of that, you might have the more colourful items, the items that add more of your personality and more interest into the overall look. And then right at the top, You've got the quirky items, the unique items that really tell the world who you are and what you believe in, what you find beautiful or inspiring. And that's also where your jewelry and your accessories, your handbags, belts, certain types of shoes will also be. But remember, I've learned that in that bottom part, the neutrals, the staples, you also need to build a selection of shoes in that area. And I've got quite a collection of shoes that I built pretty quickly that all can be described as neutrals and staples. And these boots are definitely part of them. They're the sort of boots I can wear with pretty much anything. They will go with anything. And I think that's extremely inspiring. Let me get out of this top because I'm returning it. I often ask myself, how can it be that I've got fewer clothes than ever in that wardrobe and yet I've got more stuff to wear than I've ever had before? How can it be? Now, with the neutrals, I'm building 3 different categories of neutrals as far as colour, the colour of the neutrals go. Actually, it's 4. And these are my favourites. Okay, so I've got the creams and the beiges that form one category of neutral. They'll go with any of the other neutral colours. Then I've got the navy blue. And obviously, I need to collect the neutral pieces for that go into that navy blue kind of capsule. And then I've got the browns and the chocolate browns. And I'm actually quite passionate and excited about collecting this particular category in my staples collection. There's something so soothing, healing to my soul. It doesn't clash with any part of my energy or personality at all. But this colour just is like a balm to my soul, and I can't wait to build more of this into my wardrobe. And of course, lastly, the greys. The greys are a great addition. There are things that you can achieve, looks and moods that you can achieve just mixing the neutrals together. That is amazing. And actually, somebody was asking, have I bought my mulberry bag? No, I have not bought my mulberry bag because I've still been thinking, what colour is the best to go for? I know that a strong accent colour in my wardrobe is likely to be green because green, it's my favourite colour. It always has been. I could go for the dark green, the mulberry green colour. I could go for the linen green. Absolutely. It's a much more muted, pale, sage, silvery kind of green. But I was also thinking, what about chocolate brown? The chocolate brown they no longer make, but I can get it as a pre-loved item. And I was looking online for those, and some of them have actually come up on the Mulberry website. People have been putting their bags up for sale. I'm so tempted. But I have to be sure that that's the colour I really want. So as you can see, the sun is out. I've got my favourite winter hair on. Just look at the way that's falling over the clip. I mean, what is there not to like? Let's have a little bit of hair appreciation. It's not formally curled. I haven't put her into beach curls or waves. I have done before and they've fallen out. And this is the soft, gentle wave effect that I now have. The way this hair is done, it looks so natural. The way you can see, it looks like it's absolutely naturally growing in the most natural way. It's layered in the most delightful way. These layers here around my face never cease to give me joy and excitement. So the sun is out. I'm ready to go, putting my best foot forward, feeling my best self. I'm going to come back soon. I'd like for us to look through what I've got of a shoe collection as far as capsule wardrobes go. And by the way, just because it's called capsule wardrobe, it doesn't mean that you have to limit the items you have. I think that's just a term to describe items matching with each other. But the size of your capsule wardrobe can expand. I mean, that's what I'm planning anyway. I'm going to put on some rings and go and spend time with my daughter and granddaughter, make happy memories. Yeah, so as I was saying, I really want us to take a closer look at the shoe and boot collection. There are gaps in there that need to be filled, but all the basics are there already. But I just need to add to them. And I'd like to look a little bit more into the menu planning. It's coming together really well. Just very quick recap. I've got an idea of what I can have for breakfast. I love the idea of soup and sourdough bread for lunch, something in the afternoon, and then an evening meal. But my danger area is after the evening meal, because that's when I comfort eat. We will go into that more. We will look into that more. Let's really travel down the closing weeks of the year, ready for 2025, ever the optimistic, hopeful spirit. And I'll see you soon.